We are live. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll wait for a couple of people to arrive. This is a different stream to what I anticipated because I accidentally set my other live stream to go live from my laptop, and that's not what I wanted. So here we are. Bismillah. Bismillah. Things are pretty busy on the YouTube channel at the moment. We've got, yeah. So we have Layla with Dhib premiering right now, and people are watching that right now. And then I'm also live over here. So, Assalamu alaikum. Go and watch Layla with Dhib. What are you doing here? Just realised it's pretty busy on this channel at the moment. I've got a video premiering right now, and I'm live here. So thank you for coming to see me. But if you want to watch Layla with Dhib first, and you want to come over here and catch up, then that's fine by me. Or if you want to come and hang out over here, and then afterwards catch up on episode 8 of Layla with Dhib, then you can do that as well. It's up to you guys. Cool. Okay, how are you guys today? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, by the way. Just let me know. Cool. Wa alaikum salam. A couple of our regulars come back to see me. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming to see me. How are you guys today? I went for Jum'ah at our masjid here in Cornwall today. I delivered the khutbah today. Shout out to brother Usman if you're watching, brother. Brother Usman was down in Cornwall doing some business, and he's a subscriber on the YouTube channel, and he didn't even know I was from Cornwall and stuff. So he had a bit of a surprise when he was sat and saw me get up on the minbar. We have beautiful weather today, alhamdulillah, here in Cornwall. Any of you guys want a good summer holiday, come and visit us in Cornwall, inshallah. These are the books I'm going to give away today. We're going to teach yourself Arabic, and we're also going to give away the Arabic language today, which is more of a linguistic book. So we're going to give away both of those today. Yes. I will choose somebody from the chat. So if you want a good chance of winning both of those books, me shipping them to your door for free, then make sure you're engaging, inshallah. Ask questions and just share some love, inshallah. Cool. Who else is here? Who else is here? Who's come to hang out? I actually need to delete the other stream that's set up. Yeah, I accidentally set this stream up as if it was going to be streamed from my laptop. Let's have a look. Yes, so I'm live right now doing this, and then there's another one which is not going to happen, so let's delete that forever. And then we'll get into it, inshallah. How are you guys today? Where are you guys watching from? Are you guys in the UK? Or are you elsewhere? I'm going to put some links in the description as well, by the way. I'll set that up now. Okay. Bismillah, we'll wait for some other people to turn up. Actually, I'll let the Arabic in 60 Steps group know, actually, as well. I'll give them a new link. Assalamu alaikum, you guys. How are you guys today? I'm just telling the Arabic in 60 Step students that we're live here. Did someone say you're watching from Belgium? MashaAllah. One of my best friends actually lives in Brussels. Yeah, he married a sister out there, and he lives there now. Actually, no, I don't think he lives in Brussels anymore. I think he lives in Antwerp now. Yeah, mashallah. Okay, good. Very good. Okay, well, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Watching from India, mashallah. What city? Or what? Many people in India obviously don't live in cities. What area? You're from Antwerp as well. Cool. I've been to Antwerp actually. From Goa. Isn't Goa like a former Portuguese colony? Isn't that part of India? Formerly Portuguese. Is it in the south of India? I don't know Indian geography well at all. But cool. Cool. Yeah, I actually went to visit. I went to visit Breda before I got married. I went there. I rented a car there and stuff. It's not easy to drive on the other side of the road for me. I'm not good at that. But I rented a car over there and drove over there. Yeah, and one day the people I was visiting, we drove to go and have dinner in Antwerp. I was only in Antwerp for dinner one evening. It was very easy to drive to from Breda. I don't remember the drive being more than like an hour or something, maybe less. I don't know. But as a place, it was had good transport routes. It seemed easily accessible. I found it easy to park there. Um, yeah, and there were nice restaurants as well. There was actually a restaurant that we went to. It was actually segregated. There was like a room for women and families, and an area for men to sit. It seemed like there was a good Muslim presence there. I don't know if that's different now or whatever, but um, yeah, that's my experience. Obviously, it's famous for diamonds, isn't it? I think that's a big part of its that's part of its economy there, and also having a large Jewish community as well. I think Antwerp is known for. But I haven't been, obviously, as I say, and I mean, I would have gone when I was like 21 when I went. Um, I actually went because I was in discussions about marrying someone who was from Roosendaal. She was from actually. She was from Roosendaal. I went to Breda to go and meet her family and stuff. And yeah, and the plan was for her to come to the UK, but she it didn't work out. قدر الله ما شاء فعل. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Anyways, let's begin. So I don't really have very much to say really. I mean, the topic of this live is teaching yourself Arabic, but that's really because I'm giving the book away for teaching yourself Arabic. But yes, that's it really. But I suppose I can give you some tips if you are in the position where you want to teach yourself Arabic, because I suppose the reality for all of us is because we are in control of our own languages learning, we really should be thinking that we're teaching ourselves a language, and the teachers that we employ and the resources that we employ are just facilitating it for us. So that's the first thing, I guess. Like it's I don't know, students should really take their success in their languages learning in their own hands. That's the first thing. Next thing is, if you do want to teach yourself Arabic, you will need to know why you're learning Arabic. That's really important because the resources will vary massively depending on why you want to learn Arabic. And I advise, especially if you're someone with short patience, that you go very direct to the source. Like if you're learning Arabic because you want to go and visit your in-laws in Egypt, to learn Egyptian dialect that will have high reward very quickly, you'll benefit a lot from the dopamine in your brain that will be released when you start using Arabic sentences with your family and things like that. So you should do that. You should understand why you're actually learning a language. If you're approaching Arabic as a whole field of study, much like students of Islamic knowledge study Islam, like such a vast arena of study, right? If you're coming to the Arabic language like that, then in the beginning you should just be trying to absorb everything. You should try to absorb bits of dialects. You should absorb bits of standard Arabic. You should absorb just bits of everything that you can, in the beginning, before you know what you want to specialize in. Much like the student of knowledge who goes into studying Islam, you really should study everything in the beginning and get a foundation. And then if you wish to specialize later, then you can. Next thing is, there's a lot of kind of overlap with just general personal development, I think, like with wanting to be successful in anything. And obviously we're specifically talking about learning a new language, but things like developing discipline, things like developing habit and things like that, those are all things that are useful however you want to develop in your life. But with languages, they're make or break, really. I think having good habits, having a languages learning habit, will remove a lot of the need for discipline, because discipline's hard work. being in a situation where it's not easy to open your books and study some Arabic is not an easy one, and humans can't do that every day. What you want is to facilitate, is have optimal defaults in your life where you're constantly encountering Arabic easily, and there are Arabic books lying around, and there are people who speak Arabic knocking about who you can interact with. So part of success in a language is manufacturing an environment where you're around it a lot. Moving to an Arabic-speaking country is an obvious example of how that would be the case. Like if you live in an Arabic-speaking country, you have an optimal default for absorbing a foreign language, right? You have constant input and and constant access. So so manufacturing your environment, developing a habit and consistency around what you really want to learn language for. I'd say all of those things, and then also practicing producing Arabic regularly as well. A lot of the time, it can be easy to just kind of really focus on reading. If you're a person who only is interested in reading Arabic, and reading is probably the thing I'm most interested in. Because something I kind of realized about myself is I don't have like this big, vibrant social life, even in English. So why would I expect to have it in another language? Do you know what I mean? Like if you're a person who has 4 friends, and you meet up with them once a week or whatever, and most of the time you're not really social, like I don't know how you can expect to be a fluent speaker of Arabic who's practicing all the time, even when you don't even speak your own language all the time, if you're not like overly social and extroverted and stuff. So I don't know, those are considerations for when you're teaching yourself Arabic. But you will need, when I talk about the Arabic in 60 Steps program, I think there are 3 main things that everybody needs. I've uploaded a new like trailer video to the sorry, one second. I've uploaded a new trailer video to the YouTube channel, and and in that I talk about like things that sorry, just give me a second. Sorry guys, excuse me. So I talk about 3 things that like anybody who's ever been successful in learning learning Arabic has ever had, and one of them is structure, accountability, structure, accountability. Sorry guys. Where have they gone? Anyway, let's if you have any questions, just stick them in the comments. We'll just move on to that because I'm just rambling now. There weren't really specific things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah, cool. If there's anything you want help with, just put it in the comments because I've kind of said the things that I wanted to. Oh, it's my son calling me. Cool. All right, guys. If I haven't seen any messages. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Then just put it in the comments. Okay, good. Okay, who's here now, by the way? We've got 8 of you. 8 of you and only 4 likes. Like the video for me, please, inshallah. That's a massive help. Oh, actually, I need to apologize as well. Because the thumbnail for this live stream is me wearing my blue shirt and I'm not wearing it. So some people get upset that there's not consistency between the thumbnail shirt and what I'm wearing. But no, it's not urgent. I'm messaging right now. It's not urgent. If it's urgent, I'll end the live and I'll pick it up. But it's not. Yeah, don't worry. It's my eldest Yusuf. He knows how to open a phone and make phone calls and stuff. I always like, whenever like if my wife's ever at home by herself and she's with my son, I'll always make sure that he knows, like, if anything happens or his mum's not well or whatever, he knows how to make a phone call. But the downside to that is that he's always calling me, because it's not a downside because I love chatting to him obviously on the phone, but but there's an extent, there's a balance, isn't there, that needs to be met. But no, it's lovely generally that he knows how to use the phone. Like since he was, I mean, he's only 6 now, but sort of last year he was able to get onto his mum's phone or even onto my phone and call the other one and make phone calls and stuff. And we made sure that he knew how to do it for safety. That was our main reason for it. But as I say, like sometimes he's just calling out of leisure. He just wants to tell me about Batman or something, which is great. I love chatting to him about Batman, but there's a time and a place. Cool. What else? Yeah, he loves superheroes. Yusuf does. Yeah, mashallah. It's good because I mean he's 6. He doesn't, he doesn't know what warrants a phone call and what doesn't, does he? And he shouldn't. You shouldn't, so it's sweet. But yeah. But sometimes I'm doing a live stream. Yeah. Cool. Okay, anything else I can help you guys with? Questions about learning Arabic, about the Arabic in 60 Steps program, or just about anything in general? Wa alaikum assalam, Sister Asiya. We're all very well, alhamdulillah. How are you? We've had a few Asiya Husseins on the program. We had a Asiya Hussein from Maidenhead, and we also had an Asiya Hussein from Slough, I think. If you're one of those, then welcome to the live. It's great to hear from you again, because in either case, yeah, if you are one of those, you can imagine Asiya Hussein isn't the one from Maidenhead, mashallah. It's I won't give you. I remember you joining, and I remember processing your workbook. But it was a good few years ago. It was maybe 3 years ago or something when you first joined the program. Yeah, because one of my best friends actually was he grew up in Maidenhead, doesn't live there now, but yes, you lived on a street, well-known racket sport road, ping pong road. It's not badminton road or tennis road or something. Yeah, I was pretty sure, unless you've moved house now. But it's nice to see you still here. Cool, awesome. Nice. Let me know if you have any issues with logging in or anything. You can imagine if you first joined the program would have been when you first joined the program it would have been like 2019 or something maybe. If you ever lose your login details or anything, just email me. I'll sort that out for you. Can you buy the workbook from Amazon? No. The workbook is kind of obsolete without the program. Like I have thought about offering them both separately, or maybe even just offering the book on Amazon, and then people can just access the resources. There's like a QR code in the front or something. But none of those things have really worked out. The student community are kind of used to the way they access the program now, so we just we just keep things the way they are. Yeah, so I don't have any. The books aren't on Amazon. They just as I say, like they're workbooks. So and they match the program. So I have in the past, I've had people write to me and say, look, I really just want to buy a workbook, and I've sent them a workbook, but then they've been like, I can't do this without the program. Like it's so mapped to the program. It's like each step has challenges for each step of the program. So yeah, it just works like that, and it kind of has to. Cool. Thank you very much, guys, who've come to join me. Got 8 of you here now. We've only got 6 likes. Come on, let's get the likes up. If any of you guys haven't liked the video, please do that for me. Alhamdulillah. Oh, cool. Yeah, I actually had a really nice DM from someone today on my Instagram who discovered me on Spotify as well. Seems Spotify is well, I think the biggest audience, the biggest podcast platform for me is Spotify by far, I think. And our largest audience is in the US, particularly in California, I think. Yeah, because it's cool actually. You can look at the stats for the podcast. You can look at the analytics for the podcast. I don't know if I can do it on mobile. Maybe you can't. Yeah, so something else we're coming up to actually. Soon we'll be celebrating. Soon we'll be celebrating 500,000 downloads on the podcast. Actually, you can see there we're at 497,000 downloads on the podcast. So, inshallah, when we're 500,000, we'll try to do something to celebrate. How does the program? Sorry, there was a question from my sister Asia. How does the Arabic in 60 Steps program run now? The same as what it how it ever has. You log into a student portal and you have access to all the resources that you work through, and you use the workbook. Although you might have an old workbook, you can buy a new one. We do have them in stock and stuff. So if you do want a new one, we can sort that out for you. Email me, sam@arabicin60steps.com. And if you want to upgrade your workbook, then you can. Yeah, because some students who joined like 4 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever, our workbooks have changed a little bit since then. I don't know if I have one on me. No, I haven't got one on me. But yeah. But if you go onto arabicin60steps.com, you'll see them. Do you do live sessions now? No, not other than these. No, we did do an academy for a while, where as kind of like supplementary to the program, I do live group lessons every week. Yeah, we did do that for a little while, but we could just kind of find the right balance between how much to charge for it and what class sizes we have. And attendance was poor, so yeah. So we're not doing that at the moment, but it's something I'm open-minded to. I'm just doing it at a later point. And at one point I did do like a live teaching of the entire program. I did like an exclusive program only for 8 students, where I taught them from step 1 all the way up to step 60 myself. There's only a class of 8 students who did that though. And we did that last year, but I don't know if I can commit to something like that just yet. There are students who are interested in doing that, for like because it's about a 4-month term that we need for that. Yeah, I'm open-minded to that, but I'm moving house soon. This month I'm moving, and I want to make sure I've got stability to deliver the consistency on that. Yeah, I need things to be stable on my end before I commit to something like that. Cool. What else you got? Oh yeah, I can see my analytics actually. Yeah, so let's have a look. Top countries are US, UK, Canada, UAE, and Germany. United States are 33%. And I can actually click on. Oh no, I can't. And then the platforms. Oh, okay. Apple Podcasts is 43%. Spotify is 36%. For the most of my audience are 23 to 27. Oh, thank you very much for the super chat. MashaAllah. Thank you very much for the super chat. We've not had one of those in a long time. Thank you so much. And that's awesome. You're the best. Thank you very much for the £1 super chat. Yeah, my podcast leans slightly male, 52% male. Yes, United States 33%, United Kingdom 15%, Canada 5%. Yeah, so it's like USA and UK are the main players in there. Barakallahu feek. Barakallahu feek. Okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions right now, in between the gaps, maybe I'll talk to you about some of the things I talked about in the khutbah today. Yeah, I had the honor of standing on the minbar today. And I started the khutbah by talking about what a unique position it is to be asked to deliver the khutbah, especially here in Cornwall, where most of the community only go to the masjid once a week. Cornwall, just our geography is such that people live really spread out. Like down here, people just tend to have more space down here. You know, the Muslims who come to our masjid in Truro, they live from as far away as like Bude and Bodmin. Bude's much further away than Bodmin, but I'm just talking about places like upwards that are very far away. And then as far down as Penzance. So we're talking about an area of, some people are driving like an hour to get to the masjid. So and an hour quickly on like main roads, but we're not talking about windy roads to get there. We're talking about like people living very, very far away. So when you're told that you're the one who's going to do the khutbah, you can choose anything from all of Islam to talk about. Like, not like in some countries. Down here in Cornwall, I don't have the authorities handing me a khutbah for me to have to deliver, right? I can choose whatever I want. I can stand on the minbar and talk about whatever I want. And that's quite unique because it weighs very heavily on the people, because for most of them, they're like, perhaps their only Islamic influence or their only Islamic knowledge is gained from the khutbah. Like they're not going to other classes throughout the week because we don't have them in Cornwall. They're not like going to Islamic events throughout the week because we don't have them in Cornwall. So, so that probably is the only interaction that they're having with someone with maybe more knowledge than them, or maybe has prepared something for them. So so I asked them, I wanted that to be an opportunity for me to tell people to take the sins that they're committing very seriously and actually treat the khutbah as if Allah himself has put that topic of the khutbah into my mouth to say to them, right? Because our sins have enormous impacts on our lives, like in terms of us as individuals and in terms of us as a community as well. So I went through 3 ayat that talk about the significance of turning away from Allah, or the significance of committing sins generally and their harm on the individual and on the community. And then I gave a reminder specifically for our community in Cornwall as well, because we're in that situation where we're so far away from like Islam, the symbols of Islam. We don't see masajid, we don't hear the adhan 5 times a day, we don't see people with beards and sisters with hijab, and we don't hear people speaking Muslim majority languages. Like we don't hear loads of people talking about Islam a lot down in Cornwall. Sometimes we end up feeling like our accountability and the consequences of our sins will also be far away. But Allah says in the Quran in Surah Qaf, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ. That وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ, that verily we have created mankind. Wherever you live, if you live in a Muslim majority country or you were born in Trillisk Hospital in Cornwall, Allah created you. وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ, and we know what his soul whispers to him. Yes, so it doesn't change how well Allah knows you. He created you regardless of where you were created, and and nobody knows better than him as well what your soul whispers to you. In Cornwall, we have some brothers who have restaurants down here, and it's always something they wrestle with, whether to serve alcohol or not in their restaurants. I mean, obviously the answer is no, they shouldn't. Like obviously it's impermissible, and the idea that you need to sell alcohol to make a living is not true either. There are restaurants here in Cornwall that do not serve alcohol, and they do very well. And also, even if it is the case, then if that were the case, then there are other things you can do rather than running a restaurant. But I don't say that in the khutbah though, because it concerns many of our community, right? And they know. Like I don't need to say to them about your restaurant and you're serving this. Like, as soon as I start mentioning the idea of doing things that are haram in your work, they know what I'm talking about. And I've found I get a better response from giving them evidences and then letting them think about it, rather than putting it on people individually in a way that would embarrass them and stuff. So but not even just that. I mean, whatever you do, maybe whatever it is that you do, if you're a teacher or an engineer or you sell cars or you sell anything, there's that you need to remember that you'll be held accountable for the way in which you do business. And same goes for me with my program and my YouTube channel and whatever else. Like I'll be held accountable for things that I say on this YouTube channel. And if I do business in any shady way, or I overcharge people, or if I or if I owe someone a right or whatever, then I'll be held accountable for that. So we should take those things seriously. And did I finish the ayah? وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبَلِ الْوَرِيدِ, and we are closer to him than his jugular vein. Yes, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala it's as if he's as close to you as that. Even if the Muslims are far away and the symbols of Islam are far away, it is not that Allah himself is far away from you in knowledge. It's not like he can't see you. Of course, with this ayah, it doesn't mean that Allah is in your neck. We don't believe that Allah is everywhere, but in terms of in knowledge, right? It's as if he's as close to you as your jugular vein, of course. Cool. Yeah. So those are some of the things I talked about in the khutbah. And as I said, shout out to Usman as well, who came up to say assalamu alaikum to me afterwards, because he's a brother from London and he didn't even know I'm from Cornwall. And he was pleasantly surprised to see me stood on the minbar. There was a sister that I saw outside the masjid as well. She was like our masjid in Cornwall. It's in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no buses coming past. There's none of that in Cornwall, right? So if there's someone just stood outside the masjid, it's like they're on the road between like a busy crossroads with no path or anything. So there was a sister there with two children, and I stopped and said assalamu alaikum and asked if she was okay, like if she has a way to get back to. I think she's on holiday, but she was, and she recognized me from one of my YouTube. I didn't like chat to her about what channel she knew me from or whatever, but yes, it was really sweet. There were two people who recognized me and who knew who on earth I was, which was really sweet. Cool. What else you guys got for me? Bismillah. I don't know if I have any other announcements. Yes. Of course, I am still thinking about doing the membership. About doing a membership here on YouTube to help with everything with the channel, obviously, but also as another way of giving you a little bit more. I think about something we could do for the members on the YouTube channel. Maybe you guys would get lesson notes for the lessons that we do here on the channel, or you guys would get, because we've done that in the past. We've done like PDF bonus resources that go with the videos and stuff. We've done that in the past. We could do something like that, or I could do just like a members only live stream like this for only the members on the channel. But we'll see about that. I mean, I've found at my level, it seems like we're not really ready for those yet, because my lives get tops like 30 people tops, So yeah. Cool. Anything else you guys want to chat about? Did any of you guys watch the Layla wa Dhib episode, by the way? A couple of you guys have been. I don't know if there's been any turnover in those of you who are here. I didn't know if any of you guys watched Layla wa Dhib and then came over here to come and hang out. Because the most recent episode of Layla wa Dhib, it was only a 13-minute video. Please promote your resources on Reddit. It's going to be really helpful. So I've never used Reddit in my life. It seemed like the only times when I've ever come across Reddit or know about anything going on Reddit, it's always been mainly women complaining about their husbands. Is that not what it's for? Is it for more than that? Yeah. Cool. And then also we have another live stream tomorrow, by the way, but I want tomorrow's going to be earlier. It's going to be at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah. I don't know if it's a good idea to go live like this at the same time as one of my videos is premiering. Maybe I'm cannibalizing myself, eating up the audience that would be watching one of my other videos. Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Are any of you guys watching the Layla wa Dhib series, by the way? Are you guys enjoying it? Any of you guys who are following along with that series? Thank you very much again for the super chat, by the way. I know it was a little while ago now, but yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. That will go towards getting new lighting, inshallah. Yeah, because we desperately need new lighting. I've had these lights for 6 years, and they're on their last legs. And they're massive as well. Like, if I want to move house, they're just so inconvenient to move anywhere if we move into a new studio and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much. there was a question about reading the whole thing aloud. Yeah, a couple of students have said that, so I will start doing that, inshallah. Yeah, so yes, so you mean, because I'm about to record the next few episodes of Layla wa Dhib, so I'll read the whole passage before breaking it down, right? Because normally what we do is I'll just read like a sentence at a time. Well, not even a whole sentence, sometimes like 3 or 4 words at a time, and I'll break it down like that. But if you think it'd be useful for me to read the whole thing, will people stick around at the beginning? Because if it's just me reading Arabic, maybe I'll read the Arabic and I'll have like a word for word translation up on the screen as I'm reading it. Maybe, because that's actually still useful for people. And then I'll talk through it in more detail. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, because you're not the first person to ask that, by the way. There's a couple of people who have asked that, so I'll definitely take it on board. Yeah, to actually hear the whole paragraph before we start breaking it down. Yeah, and then also it means that there's an actual clip which students can kind of bookmark and come back to just to hear the whole read through of the whole story. So yeah. Yeah. It's useful to hear how the words connect. Yeah, absolutely. It kind of, when Arabic is read correctly, it kind of all sounds like one long word. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. What else have you got? What else you got? Guys, yeah, let's see how the chat picks up and stuff, inshallah. I mean, I'll stick around until I've answered all of your questions. But what I will say now is, as we've had a super chat, all I'm going to do is I'm going to give these books away to whoever sends the best super chat. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we'll do the giveaway. So at the moment, we have so the Chifra. These are your books at the moment, unless there's another super chat, inshallah. Yeah. Or if you don't want the books, because there are some people who are minimalists like myself and don't like to keep loads of books lying around, but you still just want to support the YouTube channel, then you can send a super chat and you can gift these books to somebody else. How would you like me to pronounce your username? De Chifra. Cool. De Chifra. Well, I'm going to call you De Chifra. Cool. So, yeah, you just told me what your name was. So, I assume I don't call you Danish, though. Is it Danish? Danish sounds like a name, but Danish is obviously a nationality or a pastry, which I assume you are the former. Danish. Nice. And what kind of a name is Danish? Where are you from, my friend? Well, you gave me the super chat in Indian rupees, so oh yeah, so you're from India, aren't you? You said earlier, you said you're from Goa, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Goa. Very nice, mashallah. I don't know how reliably I can send these to Goa, though. We have had complications shipping to some parts of the world, and India has been a mushkila for us, as has Turkey. Turkey is giving me a mushkila at the moment, or Turkey, I think we say at the moment. I think they've changed their name officially, Turkey. Yeah, some of the Turkish brothers down here shared something in like our Cornwall Muslim group chat about Turkey officially wanting their name changed in foreign languages from Turkey to Turkey. Yeah, or pronounced Turkey. I don't think people can say Turkey. Most English people aren't going to buy into that, but they'll be calling it Turkey instead of Turkey. Anyway, so yeah, Turkey has been a problem, and India has been a problem in the past. Has the UAE, in fact. Some countries are a mushkila to post to. So I can't promise that these books will get to you in Goa, but I will absolutely ship to you. Guys, if any of you guys who have joined, I'm shipping these books for free to anybody who sends super chats. Or actually, it won't even be the biggest super chat. I'll pick randomly from the super chats. As we've had a super chat, I'm a bit excited and a bit ambitious about it. So, however small a super chat you send, inshallah, you'll be in the runnings for some free books to be sent to you. We have a iconic one, Teach Yourself Arabic, and we also have a linguistics book, Arabic Language Today. No, I have not read that book. Let me read it. Muthallaf. Have you read Muthallaf Qutrub? What's a super chat? It's if you scroll back, it's when people have a message of theirs, has a message of theirs like highlighted because they sent some money with it, and that money goes towards supporting the YouTube channel. So, so that £1.04 that Danish sent is going towards the new lighting, inshallah, because I need some new lights. So yeah. How are you today, Ustad? I'm very well, alhamdulillah. No problem for joining late, my brother Yusuf. Yeah, Yusuf, I think Ahmed asked you yesterday if you were Turkish. Are you Turkish? Turk Musun? Is that how you say it in Turkish? Turk Musun? Are you Turkish? Evet. Ben Turk. Is that how you say, yes, I am Turkish? Evet. MashaAllah. I am Tajul Ghani from Bangladesh. Turkum. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. May Allah bless the people of Turkey. May Allah bless the people of Bangladesh. May Allah bless you guys. Yeah, so to be entered into the runnings to get one of these, we need to send a super chat, inshallah. And then from the super chats, I'll pick someone at random. But at the moment in the runnings, we only have Danish from Goa, India. Is there so a friend of mine actually is from Goa. Maybe you've heard, you might have even seen the podcast episode here on this YouTube channel, I think, actually, with Ryan. Ryan's a brother, and he's the CEO of Arabic Workshop. He's a friend of mine, and he's from Goa originally, but he's a revert. So I don't think Goa actually has. I don't think Goans are usually Muslims, are they? But I don't know. Oh, so yeah, Yusuf, you said Turkum. So is it Ban Turkum to say like I am Turkish, or do you just say Turkum? Either way. Tanıştığımıza çok memnun oldum. Thank you very much. £5 super chat, mashallah. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You're in the run-ins to win some free books, and I very, very much appreciate your contribution to the channel. It means the world to me. Because we need a few things for the channel, inshallah. It's time-consuming and expensive to run a good YouTube channel. So thank you very much for the super chat. That means the world to me. Yeah, we have 2 people in the run-ins, inshallah. And thank you very much for your support of the channel. Those of you guys who have supported the channel, tell me what you like about the YouTube channel, please. Because you're the people that I want to do more for, inshallah. The people like yourself who are willing to part with your hard-earned money to support somebody and support a thing that you've benefited from. So what do you like about the channel, and what would you like me to do more of? Have you benefited from the Layla wa Dhib series? Do you benefit from these live streams? Wow, mashallah. Danish has sent 2,000 rupees. Jazakallah khairan. I don't know what that is in English. Yeah, but it's very generous, mashallah. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you very, very much, Danish. Yes, you have the opportunity to get these books. Absolutely, I will send them internationally. By the way, I wasn't saying no. I won't send them internationally, but we will. Yes, so long as you can give me a full address, then we'll get them out to you. There's a free giveaway. You can just say Turkum, but if you want, you can also say Ban Turkum. They mean exactly the same thing. Cool. Yeah. But either way, tanıştığınıza çok memnun oldum. And yeah, and welcome to the channel. Thank you so much, you guys who have sent super chats. You guys are the best. May Allah bless you guys. Ban. Ban is a subject pronoun. You can omit it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, in many languages you can omit subject pronouns often, especially when using verbs, especially if the person is kind of wrapped up within the conjugation of the verb. So, for example, saying something like in Arabic, like akeltu, you don't necessarily need to say ana akeltu unless you really want to emphasize, you know, ana alladhi akeltu shay'an. Like I'm the one who ate something. Like unless you really want to emphasize that it's you. But yeah, generally. So is it like that in Turkish as well? The on the end of Turkum, is that like a me thing? Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Have you gone through the Quran dictionary by Dr. Mustafa Khattab? No, I have not. I'm not familiar with the resource, I'm afraid. So it's a dictionary specifically for the Quran. I'll look it up. Let's look it up. What was his name again? Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Well, when I search him, people just have questions about whether he's a Sunni or a Shia, or what his madhab is, or whether he's a Shia, or whether he's an Ash'ari, or whether he's an Athari, or whatever. People love the vision, man. Some I don't know. Of course, it's important to have correct aqidah, right? Like it's important to have correct aqidah and correct manhaj generally, but I think a lot of the time, average people like me, people who are at my level and stuff, they really shouldn't get too deep into that. But anyway, that's a tangent. But where are we? Sorry, I can't see the chats anymore. Yeah, the clear Quran. Very nice. I like the translation, the majestic Quran. I'm thinking of doing a video on this YouTube channel actually about different Quran translations, because of course there's different methodology behind different Quran translations, and there's a reason why some are translated in one way and others. It's just different methodology. Yeah, behind the translation of the Quran. Like yeah, if you translate the Quran, what do you focus on in terms of like what do you prioritize? Do you prioritize being true to the structure and the exact wordings of the metin, right, of the actual text of the Quran, or do you take kind of the spirit of it and try to produce it as if it were a text in English originally? That's tricky, right? Generally, as a practice in translation, you want to make the text look like it was never in another language. That's what like a perfect translation is. But with the Quran, you don't really want it to be its own standalone text without the Arabic. That's kind of the point of it. But yeah, like the majestic Quran, for example, is a translation that I like. I've had the opportunity to actually speak to the translator. Yeah, Musharraf Hussain. I've had the opportunity to speak to him, and he's a very nice man, by the way, mashallah. And yeah, in his translation, it reads beautifully. Like it's a really nice book to sit with and read, just like you would read a novel or something. But it's not easy to recognize that it's an originally Arabic text, though, because it reads so well in English. But because of that, there's lots of things that aren't directly true to the integrity of what words for words translate to. So, for example, like translating, just as a simple example, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so Bismi is okay. Okay, in the name of, even though Bi doesn't really mean in, but we're familiar with in English the name of something. Okay, so in the name of Ar-Rahman, okay, and Ar-Rahim. So like closer translations of those are things like the ever compassionate, the ever merciful. Okay, but we don't say things like that in English. So what the majestic Quran says is, in the name of Allah, the kind and caring, which gets the spirit of it, right? But Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim aren't often translated as kind and caring. But so yeah. Wa alaikum assalam, save Uyghur Muslims. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save our dear Uyghur brothers and sisters. Ameen. Okay, guys, what we're doing here is we've got some giveaways, inshallah, but I need to raise some money for the YouTube channel because we've got some new stuff to buy. So we're asking for super chats. And yeah, if you contribute a super chat, it doesn't have to be the highest, by the way, but I will pick one of you randomly to send these books to as a little free giveaway and as a thank you for supporting the YouTube channel. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. And in the meantime, if you have any questions about learning Arabic at all, just fire away. If there's anything you'd like to chat about, anything you want to talk about, I might go in 4 minutes. Actually, I know I started this live a little bit late. We'll be here tomorrow as well, by the way. Tomorrow we'll be live at 1 o'clock. So all of you guys, 6 of you, inshallah, I want you all here. If you're free tomorrow afternoon, come and hang out with me a little bit. And tomorrow we are giving away these books. We're going to give away the travel books. So if any of you guys who are interested in traveling to the Middle East at all, I'm going to give these away. That's our giveaway for tomorrow. Yeah. We've had a couple we've been doing giveaways over the last 2 lives as well. We gave away some calligraphy art. We gave away a metan of Al-Ajr al-Miyya. Today we're going to give away some kind of self-study Arabic books. There's a Teach Yourself Arabic, and we're going to give away the Arabic language today, which is a linguistics book, really. And yeah, so tomorrow we'll have some more books to give away. They will be given to a better home than mine, inshallah. Cool. What else? We've had some good advice actually on to go on to Reddit and actually use Reddit as a means of promoting the resources, inshallah, and promoting the program. Are there any other platforms that you guys are on? Because obviously we're active here on YouTube. The podcast's pretty active. Yeah, the podcast's pretty active, and we're pretty active on TikTok as well. Yeah. Yeah, although it's not as popular on TikTok, actually. There's just some content that TikToks well and some that doesn't. Like educational stuff, like the Layla wa Dhib series, isn't like very social media good content. Because it requires a lot of patience, and it's for people who are actually studying, which is a minority of people. Like, you know, people who really want to study go to a book or something, don't they, normally? But, well, they do go to YouTube as well, obviously. But, you know, unfortunately, we live in a world where a lot of the content that people want to consume is more about just kind of either triggering an emotion. It's about triggering an emotional reaction in people, isn't it? It's about either making them angry or making them happy or validating them or things like that. But that's just a reality. Yeah, because like the Arabic in 60 Steps TikTok isn't really popping. It's not massive. A few hundred followers. Alhamdulillah. I'm grateful for those guys. I'm not saying I'm not grateful for those guys. But yeah, like the Somali stuff that I do is way more popular on there. Anyway, where are we? What should we talk about for the next couple of minutes? Do you think linguistics is helpful to learn Arabic? It's its own field of study, really. It's not integral for learning Arabic, no. And in fact, I'm just into language generally. Like even my own language. I really like English. I really like English, and I like English grammar and stuff. And I like to utilize a knowledge and a command of English to make other languages more accessible. But no, if you're not interested in linguistics generally, I don't see it as an important component to achieving a high level of Arabic. No, I don't really. Your videos are different because they are more detailed and not watered down to 5-second videos. Yeah, but unfortunately, the people who do 5-second videos, yeah, people who do 5-second videos are the people who have 1 million followers. or 100,000 subscribers. Oh, mashallah. Danish, thank you very much for the other super chat. Do you know what? We're going to give this to Danish. I've chosen him. We're going to send these to you, inshallah, in Goa. They might take 6 to 7 business months to reach you in Goa. I don't know I don't know what shipping service we should use, inshallah, to get those to you, but you're the winner because you've contributed very generously, mashallah, and have been very active in the chat generally. So thank you very much for your support, and anybody else who supported as well. Thank you very, very much. Your money will be used on something good for the channel. So thank you very much. Okay, guys, let's call it a day there, inshallah. But congratulations, Danish. Is it Danish or Danish? Danish. Danish sounds right. But I don't know what I'm basing that on. It's purely just on what I think sounds right. But Danish, email me, sam@arabic60steps.com with your full address. Please put as much detail in your address as possible, from country to region. However, in India you do addresses out there. Here in the UK, we do like a street address, like a town, a city, like a region of the country, a postcode, a country. Like, put as much of that as you can, like as much detail as possible, maybe even a phone number. Out there in some places, when we ship our workbooks to some places, we need a phone number. Like when we've shipped workbooks to Qatar. So Qatar is a relatively small country, right? And even most people live in Doha, and it's not like a massive city. So like, you know, at the post office there, they'll receive something, and if there's a phone number, they'll just bell you up and be like, come down and pick it up. You know, so some countries are like that. So however we have the best chance of getting the books to you in Goa, send me all that information by email, sam@arabic60steps.com, and I'll be shipping that tomorrow, because we have our live stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And once we've done that, and we've done the giveaway for that one as well, we'll ship all the books. Cool. All right, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for coming to join me. May Allah bless you guys. Thank you so much for your contributions and for coming to hang out. So that's it. See you guys tomorrow. Yes, you have to go to the post office in Qatar and line up for ages. What a pain. What a pain. Well, you know, we try to send them to your door. You know, whenever we have students, honestly, like yeah, it's really important that students give us as much information as possible for their workbooks, because some people will put just their street address or something, and it'll be a struggle if that's the case. But I think with Amazon Prime taking over the world, it will get better quickly. How does Amazon Prime work in Qatar? How on earth how do Amazon Prime take over Qatar if in the country they can't, I don't know, they can't have their delivery drivers go to your door and do it efficiently? Anyway, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.